welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Linda. This is Nepwood at Home, and today we are going to be talking about Ellie Smith a little bit. And I'm sorry if my voice is a little weird. I do a lot of talking for work, and so my voice just kind of gets weird. But I wanted to kind of show you guys a recent haul. It was last weekend, so depending on when y'all get to see this, I don't know. But so my sister had sent me some English breakfast tea, which I thought was delightful, and love it. And I'm not a big sweet tea drinker. I don't really add anything, so it's just straight up English breakfast tea or Scottish breakfast tea. Okay, so today I hope the lighting's okay. I've got some natural light going on, but then I've also got a light on, and you can kind of see it in my glasses, and I'm not really sure what I'm really doing. So there was an estate sale, and I have Fridays off. Roger, of course, has to work, and he had seen an ad for it, I think on Facebook Marketplace, if I'm not mistaken. And so they had done a huge picture of what there was available, and I'll insert a picture so you guys can see. And there was, of course, milk glass, and so he was like, oh, you should go check it out. So I did. And normally I don't do estate sales and that sort of thing without my husband. I like to go with him. It's also a safety thing. I'm always a little skeeved out about being in other people's homes by myself. So anyhow, went to the estate sale, and they still had all of the milk glass, and they had some Amberina. They had the teal blue color in the Moon and Stars by Ellie Smith. They also had gray and amber, like just the traditional yellowy wheatgrass looking amber. So I was like, ooh. So of course I'm messaging and talking to my husband, and he says, well, if the prices are good, see if they'll do a deal for us on, like, if we buy a bunch. So I'm going to show you what I picked up for myself, and up until this moment, I don't know that I have any other Ellie Smith. I may have a couple of things, but nothing really, like, this definitely bumped up the Ellie Smith part of my collection, just these few pieces. So let me show you a little Ellie Smith, and we're going to talk a little bit about him because I have a little bit of information, not a lot. It's been busy, you know, life happens, but I definitely kind of want to share the information that I do have because I think it's kind of interesting. I find a lot of these glass makers and the histories of the glass really interesting. I don't know why, and I think because a lot of it is American history, and I find that just fascinating. So for me, collecting milk glass is definitely, you know, there's a lot of people that like to, you know, made in America and that kind of thing. And milk glass is definitely one of those things that was definitely made in America. And while there were other countries that did make some, the companies that I collect and that I find here tend to be made just in the good old US of A. So if you don't know what Moon and Stars is, let me show you. Well, I think it shows better on this. So this is a Moon and Stars. As you can see, the moons, the stars. Let me see. The other thing that I bought that day at the estate sale was the sofa that I'm sitting on. And she's beautiful. She is so grandma chic. I love her to pieces. So super excited to have her in the house. We do still have our old sofa in the living room because we have to figure out where we're going to take it. But I was super excited to get this, and so they made me such an amazing deal on the sofa. And it does have two pillows, but they're over yonder. Apparently the sofa is also a huge hit with Lupin because he does not leave his cushion. He has picked out a spot on the couch and he loves it. So yeah, so we have the sofa, and then of course I got the glass. So anyway, when we moved in a new sofa, which is heavier than sin, let me tell you, I nearly had a stroke helping Roger carry it in because it's just the two of us. And I don't know where I put my microphone, so I apologize if if the quality is terrible. If it's that bad when I go to do the editing, I'll just do voiceover, whatever. So this is Moon and Stars. There's your stars and your moons. Okay. This is a divided dish. I can only find this in the color glass. I could not find it in milk glass, which is really bizarre. But I couldn't find any comps for it. And in the other colors, it's averaging about $35. So, very awesome. I did not pay that, of course. Because y'all know me by now, I never do. Salt and pepper. And I love the fact that these are actually usable because the tops are not completely corroded. A majority of, in fact, all my other salt and peppers, except for these two that I'm going to show you, have corroded tops. And finding tops to replace them is akin to pulling hen's teeth, I tell ya. But love those. So this particular pattern originally was called the Palace, and it was produced between 1894 to 1905 by the Adams Glass Company of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Then, after United States Glass purchased Adams Glass, they continued to produce the pattern, and L.E. Smith kind of came into the picture and began producing this particular pattern. So L.E. Smith, of course, like many of these other glass companies, started late 1800s, early 1900s, and this was a very, very popular pattern in their lineup. And I could not find any reference as to when it's changed the name from Palace to Moon and Stars. But there was another company called the Weischer Enterprises who purchased molds and began to produce this particular pattern, and they did that in conjunction with L.E. Smith. So I don't know, I couldn't find out a whole lot more about that, but I just thought that was kind of interesting. But one of the things that L.E. Smith did that a lot of other glass companies, whether it was Westmoreland or Fenton or Imperial, was they began to produce other companies' patterns, and that really kind of beefed up their own sales. So I got this compote. Isn't she lovely? So gorgeous. One thing about L.E. Smith is that most of the pieces are not marked. So there's that. I do believe it makes life so much easier when they mark their products, but they did not. And then here's the last piece. Now this would have had a lid. Mine does not. And the other pieces that I purchased at the estate sale did have their lids. This one does not. But as we all know, I don't care. I love this. This is a beautiful, heavy, very opaque, very white milk glass. So this would definitely be your whole milk. Another piece that I purchased at that same estate sale was this. Now, the Moon and Stars, all of that, and all the different colors and stuff was in the garage. So when you first walked into the estate sale, it was in the garage on a table and displayed lovely. So I figured that was probably all the milk glass that they had. It was not. I found this sitting on a table in the living room, and it is, of course, Westmoreland. So I was very excited to find this piece because I love little covered dishes. I think at some point they're probably going to all be on my kitchen counter, I think. We'll see. But I love this one. And they had a tag on it for $5, which is a steal, but I didn't pay that much either. Because again, I did a group buy. The last piece of milk glass that I purchased there, well, actually no, I did buy 2 lamps. I'll have to show you those other day because they're put up right now. But I did get a couple of lamps that had milk glass globes. Anyway, the last piece I purchased from that estate sale that was in the garage were Imperial glass salt and pepper shakers. And these are like in perfect condition. The tops are also in perfect condition, so I can use these, which is amazing. Because nobody wants to dump salt on their potatoes or whatever. We can't really eat potatoes anymore. But nobody wants to dump salt on their food and look at like crusty old tops. So, pretty excited about that. Then we hit another yard sale. And, oh, I should show you really quick. This also, like the sofa, came from that estate sale with the Ellie Smith. Isn't that pretty? And it says made by, I think it's Friedrich and Nodke, Western Germany. And it's just a tin, but I'm really loving tins lately. I don't know why. But I just thought this was so pretty. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it or sell it, but for now, it's living on a table. So I thought that was really pretty. Okay, so then we went to the next garage sale and I picked up, it's just a little pot. I don't really have a lot of flower pots. I have a lot of like flower arranging planter type things. Like they're not really like pots. They're like put a frog in, stick some flowers, that sort of thing. So I thought this was really cool. It has kind of that Regency embossed look. Now this one is definitely a lighter milk glass. I don't know if you can tell it on the top here. This one reminds me of like the skim milk. I haven't 100% identified this one yet. I have seen some pictures of it though online, and it's I think 25-ish. I paid 50 cents, I think, 50 cents. So, you know, I don't care where you're from, 50 cents for a piece of milk glass is a good deal. The last thing I picked up at that yard sale were these plates. Now, I realize I'm kind of scattered and all over the place in the things that I love. So my front bathroom has always been travel, because it's always been my dream to travel the world. And it's probably not going to happen because, you know, things have happened in recent years. But anyway, I saw these and had visions of these on the wall. So there's Mount Rushmore, and these are Royal Norfolk. Mount Rushmore, Statue of Liberty, and the Golden Gate Bridge. And all three of these were $1. So that was that estate sale or yard sale. Last but not least, I picked up at this garage sale, and it was all like the same day. It was all that same Friday. And bless her heart, her prices were straight up what people are asking for on eBay, the highest prices she could put on them. And you just can't pay retail and then some for a yard sale item. I'm sorry, it's just silly. Sell it on Marketplace, sell it on eBay yourself. But yeah, so I purchased 2 books because they're the best price things, and we'd already driven out there and stuff, and so I was like, I'm just gonna get something. So I picked up this because we have the Cutco knives, and my husband's best friend, his brother is like high up in whatever with corporate for Cutco. So I just thought it was really cute. I mean, it's like old and funky. From 1961. I mean, what's not to love, right? Outdoor cookery. Charcoal roasting time chart. Sauce recipes for meat and poultry. Ham, lamb, veal, beef. Suggestions for veal. But yeah, it's just kind of, sorry, that was probably the most disgusting picture to show, was all the weird innards, but anyway, it's a thing, people eat those. So I thought that was really cute, and it was $1. And then she had this one, and I just loved the look of it. I know they say don't buy a book, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, but I absolutely did, and I have no regrets. I don't know who Helen Corbett is, but isn't there another chef whose last name is Corbett? I'll have to look it up. But look at her dust jacket. Now, doesn't that just scream time warp? I love that. I love the furniture in the background. I mean, I love the colors. It's my thing. Back when a hardcover book was only $8.95. Oh yeah, copyright 1974, so a year before I was born. But I love this. I love the funky colors. I actually have a couple of these little metal casserole holders to make them look fancy. So yeah, so I have a couple of the casserole holders there. But yeah, I don't know who she is, but I thought it was delightful and had to get that. Also $1. So those are my amazing finds, and along with my sofa. Love this. I'll insert a picture of the sofa as well. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything you'd like to see or anything you'd like to, you know, whatever, just pop those comments down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and have an amazing and blessed day. Remember to collect what you love what you collect, and until next time, bye y'all.